Come explore this old haunted house with me. Hi, it's Bloody Mary. We're in New Orleans. And this is the old cottage of Marie Laveau. This is the old footprint. And did you know that spirits are on the old footprint? The phantoms still roam the way it was originally laid out.
To help me.
Is there a time warp here? Or a portal? We'll explore that.
I am trying to find out the original layout, right? Mm-hmm. I am trying to find out if there's any old elements that were reused and, what exactly was going on at the time. You're an architect. What kind of architect are you?
Just residential and historical.
Historical. So you would specifically study about the New Orleans architecture. One thing that I wanted to verify was the fact that some of the earlier buildings you said had wooden slabs, for lack of a better word.
Barge board sunk into the ground.
Barge board sunk into the ground. I would think would have to be this way, vertically. Yeah, vertically. Yes.
They were only about that thick.
Okay, they were.
They went 3 to 4 feet down.
3 to 4 feet down. It would have been like a brace before we start doing pilings. Mm-hmm. Before they start being able to pour cement, which wasn't until about the 1830s, right?
And literally, they just bolted or nailed the sill beams to the barge boards, and then built the floor on top of them.
Right. Well, they said WPA Writers Project gave us information from oral history from people that were still alive that knew Marie Laveau, that came to this cottage, that participated in things. And Catherine Dillon, I believe her name was, one of the investigators, swore up and down that this house was built on the original foundation. Now, I may have substituted the word slab, thinking that in a modern era.
Yeah, they didn't have.
Yeah, the slabs wouldn't have been till Schellinger cement came out in the 1830s. Yeah, and there were no sidewalks, and there were no. Yeah, so it would have had to been wood, and then you said it could have also been brick.
Yeah, the foundation may have been brick, or it may have been wood.
And if the brick would probably have to be 2.5 feet below because this was a raised area when they rebuilt, right?
Correct.
Just because it was marshy?
It kept flooding, and so they added dirt on top of it to stop.
Which works real well, as we know. Yeah. LiDAR? What does that mean?
The ground penetrating radar.
Okay, so you think it should go here where the shadow is?
About where my foot is. I'd say it was probably no more than 18 inches off of this fence.
So you think I could go straight down here for curiosity's sake?
When you see a spirit disappear through the wall and have the ways and means to find the original floor plan, it was probably a door or a window.
Psychically. We had a lot of issues here with the ground and with everything. But from a spiritual point of view, which you may or may not believe in, whatever happens in a place stays in a place. So even though this is a different building, it's on top of another, everything that happened there still occurs, and theoretically we can tap into it. So if I'm going to do most of my spirit communication, I'll do it in the room over there where they live more than over here.
Yeah.
Energy.
Yeah.
So we're going to tap in.
Your courtyard, too, would have.
My courtyard, yes, because everybody ate out there and played out there and did a lot of work, right?
And did rituals out there.
Yeah. They did rituals. They had meetings. They did them both, inside and out.
Dances and all sorts
Yeah,
of
absolutely.
Stuff.
Absolutely. So like 8
Let's
feet?
say it's either 6 feet or 8 feet.
Yeah, about 8 feet.
And I can show you, this is not as old of an example, but I can show you one.
Absolutely, so what we can find physically and what we can find spiritually, I want to get to dig to the truth for all of it. So I'm glad to have an expert on my team, and you're my expert, Mr. Lewis.
In the Palisades order.
And which is?
These were the fortifications.
You're talking about over by where Palo Square is now. Yeah.
Yeah.
The ramparts. The Palisades, the ramparts. So.
Congo Square was outside of the ramparts, whereas this was inside.
Right. That was outside of the city limits, and we were. Dauphine was a ditch. It was used like a moat. There was a wall that surrounded. They built up here later, so this would have been one of the earlier homes in this area.
Oh, most definitely.
And why it would have survived the fire.
Yes.
1788, because it's too far away. So all that is under us, or in the air here, and we'll figure it out. Thank you so much.
Sure thing.
And we'll tell you after the radar comes in. Joyce.